Hello everyone and happy holidays! Thank you for tuning into Vidiot Entertainment Studios for this episode of Vidiot Movie Reviews. I'm the Nerdless Daddy, and today we continue our series reviewing every North American live-action video game film adaptation theatrical release. And today we dive into the world of swords, sorcery, and high fantasy as we review 2016's Warcraft.
Oh, I really like those games. I hope this one is good.
Me too, Pidds. Let's jump in and see if this one's for the Horde, or if it just causes res sickness. Now, Warcraft was released in North American theaters on June 16th, 2016. At this time, 13 games had been released in the series in combinations of mainline releases and their sequels, re-releases, expansions, and spin-offs. We'll stick with the mainline games, sequels, and expansions, and those are Warcraft Orcs and Humans, Warcraft 2 Tides of Darkness, Warcraft 2 Beyond the Dark Portal, Warcraft 3 Reign of Chaos, Warcraft 3 The Frozen Throne, World of Warcraft and its expansions The Burning Crusade, Wrath of the Lich King, Cataclysm, Mists of Pandaria, and Warlords of Draenor. We're going to go ahead and use these all as a general comparison for the characters, world, and setting representation, but mainly focus on the original Warcraft Orcs and Humans regarding the plot, as this film is an adaptation of it. Now, in the games, the plot involves an ongoing struggle between the two factions known as the Alliance and the Horde. Specifically, within the game Warcraft Orcs and Humans, which the film is mainly based on, the plot involves the orcs from the world of Draenor. They're led by Gul'dan, an orc warlock who wields the corrupting magic called Fel. He bands all of the orc tribes together in order to form a combined group known as the Horde, which then marches across the land of Draenor, slaughtering all other races and ravaging the land. In search of new and uncorrupted land to conquer, Gul'dan ends up coming into contact with the protector known as the last guardian of the human world, Azeroth, named Medivh. Secretly, Medivh has been corrupted by the demon lord Sargus, and due to this is compelled to help Gul'dan by opening a portal to Azeroth so that the Horde can try and invade it. Now, this invasion eventually causes the races of Azeroth to band together and form that alliance and try to stop the legions of the Horde from invading and conquering the lands of Azeroth. Now, the plot of the film involves Draenor as well, the homeland of the orcs, being destroyed by a force known as Fel magic. To seek new land for the orcs, the orc warlock Gul'dan unites the orc clans and uses the Fel magic to open a portal to the human world of Azeroth by draining the life from the captured people of the Draenei race. They invade the world of Azeroth and raid many settlements. Anduin Lothar, commander of the forces of Stormwind Kingdom, finds a mage named Khadgar who is trespassing to examine the bodies of men who were slain during the orc raids. He explains to Anduin that the bodies contain traces of Fel magic. They are then sent by King Elaine Wrynn of Stormwind to see Medivh, the last guardian of Tristfall. They then all join together with a scouting team and discover traces of Fel magic, but are ambushed by orcs. Medivh channels the Fel magic and uses it to kill the orcs, which causes concern within Khadgar over how he effortlessly wielded it without concern. Later, the Orc chief Durotan sets up a meeting between his clan and the humans to try and form a truce so that they can band together to stop Gul'dan, since Durotan realizes that he is a threat to his people that will eventually lead to their corruption and destruction. During the secret meeting, they're attacked by rival clan leader Blackhand due to Durotan's friend Orgrim betraying him and telling Gul'dan of his intentions. Medivh shows up during the battle and helps fend off the ambush, but becomes weakened and is taken back to his sanctuary by the half-orc Gorana, whom the humans had captured and taken in earlier, and Khadgar. Khadgar notices that Medivh's eyes are glowing green with the Fel, and realizes that he must have been the one who helped the orcs invade Azeroth, as was prophesied in a book he had taken and read from Medivh's library. Together, Anduin, King Wrynn, Khadgar, and Gorana work to figure out how they can stop Medivh's corruption and treachery, as well as stop Gul'dan and the ensuing horde from ravaging Azeroth. Alright, so we have quite a few similarities here. They ended up pulling from the main plotline of Warcraft Orcs and Humans, and the human ending of the game. The similarities, without spoiling too much, are very close. I was engaged in the story from start to finish and excited to see the outcome, even if I already knew the plot beats from the game, since I knew it was bound to have some twists. Considering how closely they stuck to the original plot here, I've got to give this a hawoo. Pidds, what did you think of the plot?
Hawoo!
So what about the setting and world representation? It's frankly incredible. Everything from the look of the world and the setting itself down to the races and specific characters is pretty much spot on. We see mounts used by both the Alliance and the Horde represented well. The depictions of magic users are pretty damn good. Particularly watching Gul'dan wield the fel against people at times was deliciously sadistic. And the characters look extremely accurate. Gul'dan looks spot on, as do the rest of the orcs, including the other main characters from the games. The Alliance members look spectacular as well, with extremely accurate armor representations and depictions of the main characters. I can easily give setting and world representation a hawoo. Pidds, what did you think of it?
Hawoo!
Let's jump into the characters now and stick with the ones front and center in the film and that are the main characters from the game. Keep in mind that a lot of these characters will be rated on voice acting, as the orcs are all CGI in the film. Let's start with King Langren, portrayed by Dominic Cooper, known for his roles in Captain America: The First Avenger, Agent Carter, and recently reviewed by us, Need for Speed. Here he is the King of Azeroth. The portrayal is quite good, exhibiting a man who cares for his people, can show mercy, has integrity, and maintains the strength to be able to sacrifice himself for the greater good. He gets a hawoo from me. Pidds, what did you think of King Ren?
Hawoo!
Kadar, played by Ben Schnetzer. He's mostly known for his works in British media, but most notably in the film Pride. Here, he's the mage who discovers through research that Medivh is the one who has betrayed Azeroth, and he must do what he can to stop him and the Horde from ravaging the land. I found his performance to be very solid and believable. He comes off as a young man hungry to learn more, redeem himself from his shame of leaving the Mage Guild, and try to conquer a lack of confidence in his abilities, skills, and fate in the world. He also gets a hawoo from me. Pidds, what did you think of him?
Hawoo!
Medivh, portrayed by Ben Foster, known for his roles in 2004's The Punisher and The Mechanic. Here he plays the iconic character from the Warcraft games that is the last Guardian who ends up becoming corrupted and turns on his people, allowing the Horde to invade Azeroth. It's a fairly good performance, if a bit cheesy at times. He still at least exudes a tormented man battling between his corruption and his loyalty to Azeroth. I can give him a pass in hawoo. Pidds, what did you think of Medivh?
Hawoo!
Durotan, played by Toby Kebbell, known for his roles in Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, as well as another previously reviewed film, Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time. Here he plays the charismatic leader of the Orc Frostwolf clan. While I can't speak about the physical acting due to this character being CGI, though beautifully portrayed by it, I can say the vocal performance is spectacular. The emotion comes through very pure as a being who is torn between loyalty towards their leader, protecting his wife and offspring, and doing what he knows is not only best for his clan, but for the orc race overall. This voice performance is fantastic and gets a hawoo from me. Pidds, what did you think of Durotan?
Hawoo!
Gul'dan, portrayed by Daniel Wu, mostly known for his performances in the Chinese film industry. You may recognize him from his lead performance in the AMC series Into the Badlands. Here he voices the iconic Gul'dan from the games, leader of the Horde and the eventual root of its corruption. This is another fantastic example of voice acting. He brings to life the Warlock and portrays a man who will do anything at any cost to ensure that he dominates and rules over any world, even at the cost of his own people. Another great vocal performance and an easy hawoo from me. Pidds, your thoughts on Gul'dan?
Hawoo!
Anduin Lothar, played by Travis Fimmel, most notable for his roles in the television series Vikings and Raised by Wolves. He plays the brother to King Rin and commander of the armies of Stormwind. Another good performance here, as he portrays a man that is loyal to his brother and king, yet is determined to ensure that what's best is done to protect the land of Azeroth. A very good performance and one that gets a hawoo from me. Pidds, your thoughts on Anduin?
Hawoo!
Okay, let's get to the final verdicts. The plot is impressively close to the plot of the game it's based on, and also engaging in its own right. The setting and world representation are spectacular, from the look of the world to the representation of the fantasy elements, and the accurate look of the characters. And the portrayal of the characters themselves are pretty damn good. Let's turn to the Pidds first and see what he thinks. Pidds, what did you think of Warcraft?
Hawoo!
I agree with you, Pidds. This adaptation was impressive. While at times there were some scenes with acting that flounders and scenes that have very quick representation with cuts away to new scenes that feel a bit disjointed, overall, this is an above average representation of the Warcraft franchise. I can easily give this a 7s out of 10s. This film is well done in its accuracy towards not only the plot it's based on, but also the representation of the world and characters. I can easily recommend this to fans of the Warcraft IP and fans of high fantasy films. This will be an evening's time well spent for either. The Pidds and I want to thank you all for once again tuning into Vidiot Entertainment Studios for this episode of Vidiot Movie Reviews. If you enjoyed our video, please be sure to comment, like, subscribe, and share to show your support. And don't forget to also check us out and subscribe on Twitch, as well as follow us on Twitter. Until next time, I'm the Nerdlust Daddy, reminding you all to not be chit futters to each other. Body autonomy for all, reproductive rights for women, and peace, love, and happiness to all. Take us home, Pidds.
Thanks for watching, everyone. See you next time.